Gaza, the U.S. economy, and his
We're waiting for Biden to show up, and
between his agenda
Biden still hasn't shown up.
Republicans.
So the State of the Union is supposed to start right now.
As you'll see,
it hasn't started. They're stalling over at the AP. Now, why are they doing that? Well, there's a chance that they're doing that because, and this is happening live, y'all, there's a chance that Biden's barricade is being stopped by protesters. For those of you who haven't been following it over at Status Coup, they are filming what's going on outside. Johnny F. is on the ones and twos in Washington, D.C. There is a big barricade of peace protesters, people protesting for a ceasefire, demanding a ceasefire, and they are stopping Biden's barricade from getting through. So maybe that's why they're stalling over at the AP. I don't know. Maybe it just hasn't started yet. But I'd like to think that maybe they're shutting it down. The only thing cooler,
saying those jobs were naturally going
or what do I mean? The only thing. Oh, this is Lucy, by the way. Here's my co-host, Lucy. Yeah. I wasn't even gonna watch the State of the Union because I think it's just pointless and useless. But the Penguins went down by 5 goals. So the Penguins doing poorly is the reason I'm going to watch this State of the Union. What's up, Dea? How are you? Good to see you. It's been a minute. I hope all's well. Yeah, say hi so I know you're all out there. But, yeah, they're just stalling right now. Here, I might just turn this down until it actually starts. And maybe it's not, I mean, again, I'm going to keep an eye on here for when Biden actually shows up, and then we'll listen to it / watch it together. But right now it's just this Josh Boak or whatever his name is, and he's just stalling. He's just like totally stalling. And I wonder if it's because they're blocking Biden's motorcade. I hope so. I really hope so. And for those of you, obviously, I want to have a chat here and stuff, but you know, I won't take it personally if you go over and check out what Status Coup is doing, because they're watching. Status Coup is on the ground over in Washington, D.C. Right, Lucy? And Lucy says meow. Yeah, thanks for that, Dea. I just started. This is the second time I'm doing one of these vertical live streams. What's up, Steffi? How are you? I'm gonna see you in Pittsburgh soon, right? Yeah. So this is the second time I'm doing this. YouTube is just unrolling. You can now stream live vertically, like doing the same way you upload shorts. You can now go live. So yeah, this is my second time doing it. I'm still learning as I go. Like some people, I guess apparently when you watch this way, it's kind of hard to find the like button. I don't know, man. I mean, I hope you find the like button. Please do smash it. But yeah, they're still stalling. He still doesn't show up. There's Matt Gaetz. They're showing Matt Gaetz. What a creepy guy he is. And there's Lauren Boebert. She looks, she looks like she got a spray tan and they didn't do a good job. I hate to be, you know, kind of, I don't mean to sound like superficial or whatever, but when you're in the United States government, you're among the most powerful people in the world, and you're very, very rich. You can afford a spray tan. So if you get a bad spray tan, I feel like you should be made fun of, no matter who you are. Yeah, well, I can't wait to see you in Pittsburgh, Steffi. Grab your tickets now. You know the drill. And Lucy says hello. She's probably bummed out. We got the hockey game on here. Speaking of Pittsburgh, Penguins are down 5-0 to the Washington Capitals, which is the only reason I put this thing on. I wasn't even gonna watch the State of the Union because I think these things are largely useless. But I don't know. Penguins are really not doing great on the ice today. So yeah, public domain. That's what we're speculating here. Biden. It does look like Biden's late. He still hasn't shown up. They're literally just showing B-roll of everybody just sitting in the chamber, twiddling their thumbs. It's very boring. And yeah, he still hasn't shown up. And you hope it's because the protesters are just blocking his ability to get in. Thank you, Chris. Smash the like button. And Chris, I can't wait to see you on the 15th, by the way. Can't wait to see you. And yeah, Lucy's totally chilling. I hope this isn't like, yeah, I hope this is an okay angle. I hope it's not like weird or whatever. I think that's my diplomatic way of saying I'm not giving you guys like a ridiculous crotch shot right now, am I? I hope I'm not. I can't tell. But there we go. Turn it up a little bit. This thing's a little wobbly. John Farina, Johnny F on the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s. He's in DC right now, doing the thing, covering the protest that is blocking Biden's barricade. Oh, good. Lucy is blocking the crotch shot. That's good. You're a good co-host, Lucy. You're a good co-host. Yeah. This will be trippy. This is really cool if they legit don't have it because they block Biden. Now, what would happen if that happened? I wonder if, like, do you think they'll make some? Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene is wearing a T-shirt that says "Say her name," and she has a button. Now, I don't know what that refers. Say her name. What does that refer to? I don't know. Does anyone know? Marjorie Taylor Greene's wearing it. So what do you think it would refer to? Yeah, who knows? What's up, Melissa? Good to see you again. You got to email me about the 15th, by the way. I don't think I've heard from you yet. I know I still got a couple emails I need to respond to. But I don't believe yours was one of them, Melissa, unless I missed it. I'm drinking some green tea. So I guess I'm channeling my Michael, what's up, pal? How are you, buddy? What's new in your world? You don't have to answer that here in the chat. You can answer it in a more appropriate forum. I mean, you can give I was thinking maybe Tara Reid. I mean, which, you know, I like Tara. I don't know if it's for Tara Reid or not, though. I feel like it would be something stranger, but who knows? But Lucy says, "Oh, borrowed from police brutality." Oh yeah, it originates from police brutality chants. Yeah, it was in reference to Breonna Taylor, but we all know that's certainly not what that's certainly not why Marjorie Taylor Greene is wearing it. Oh, Sean Fain's there. There's Sean Fain. There's Dr. Jill. Did you notice the difference in my tone there? Sean Fain, Dr. Jill. I was more happy about one of those. Still no Biden. Still no Biden. Here, let me see what the volume's doing. Can you guys hear this?
The chamber's now waiting for the president's arrival.
The chamber's now waiting for the president's arrival.
And we see members of his cabinet.
I wonder if the barricade is going to fuck up this State of the Union. And if they do, hell yeah. Shout out to every protester protesting for a ceasefire, protesting for peace, who's not letting Genocide Joe into his little speech. Love it. Friggin' love it. I hope they shut down the whole State of the Union. I hope it doesn't happen tonight. I really do.
Some of you might remember that
they're stalling. It's so bad. They're just yeah.
For cancer, but did not inform the White House of that. Something that caused.
My brother said you look Italian. Well, your brother would be correct. I'm Italian American, and I do look it. I know the ginger top kind of throws it off, but I have a very Italian, typically Italian American facial structure. I got the kind of stereotypical nose. Not saying every Italian has a big nose, but some do, and I am one of them. I got a schnauzer. I got a big nose. Is that what they call a big schnauzer? Is that? I don't know. I feel like you're allowed to say it when you're talking about yourself, you know, like I have a big nose.
finds differences
Yeah.
with each other.
Maybe she has to remember her name for the woman who refused to give a marriage license to that gay couple. Wait, who is that? Are they at the thing? Schnoz. Oh yeah, Schnoz. Yeah. You're at an Italian restaurant. Buon appetito. Mangia molto pasta, sì? È molto buono. Il cibo italiano è molto bellissima. Pizza, pasta, fagioli.
That is Alejandro
Gotta drink the tea first.
The Secretary of DHS. He was recently,
They're stalling so bad. They're just randomly naming people who are there. They're just randomly naming people. You send me in there. I'll start roasting everybody. That's what. Here, I'll just do it now for you guys. Let's see. There's Pete Buttigieg. That's Pete Buttigieg, the guy who wants to turn all of our roads private and doesn't want anyone else to get the paternity leave that he had. And it looks like he just got a haircut. Looks like he recently got a haircut. So good for Pete Buttigieg. Not really roasting the guy, just kind of talking about what he did. All the bad things that he did.
One of those math gurus inside the White House.
They're talking about random people at the White House. They like have no idea. Biden should be here by now. They're legit stalling, and this people are dude, Biden. If you want to win re-election, you need to call for a ceasefire and make a ceasefire happen. People want peace. They want an end to this. And most Americans want a ceasefire. And don't try to, no. Tons of synagogues, Jewish Voices for Peace, all these groups saying not in our name. The state of Israel, the Israeli government does not speak for the Jewish people. Does Pete have oh man, that's pretty good, Michael. I like that. Does Pete have a punch card for every train derailment? Does he get a prize after his 5th? Yeah, after the 5th train derailment, he gets another assignment he's grossly unqualified for. Lucy is lucid. Yeah, she is. She's right here. I don't know if you can still.
Left on the screen, you can see West Virginia Senator.
On the far left, you can see nobody, because there is nobody on the far left of the United States government. The protesters are singing, says Chris. I love it. Lucy is pretty chill. I think, oh God, Washington just went up by another goal. Son of a,
which allowed for investment.
So I have the game on mute. Once the Pens went down by 5, I put the game on mute and I decided I'm just gonna watch the frickin' State of the Union, which might not happen. And boy, if it doesn't happen, that is freaking beautiful. And I can't stick around forever because I'm actually, I live in San Pedro, California, and we do a first Thursday, kind of like a open house type art walk type deal. Like it's basically everyone kind of goes out in the neighborhood on first Thursday. Sometimes some of the businesses will have free wine. Yeah, and this is going to be a good one because this is the first kind of, January, February, they're kind of colder, and March although it's still actually kind of cold, but March is like kind of the first spring one, if you will, so it'll be a really cool first Thursday, and this is actually the first one I'm making this year. My stepson went to that game. Not much of a game. Yeah, not much of a game. The Caps are beating the shit out of them. Penguins it's not been a great year for the Penguins. Now, I am excited for, I think actually tomorrow, the Riverhounds kickoff. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds is their first game of the year. For everybody in Pittsburgh, I do cordially recommend, if you're in Pittsburgh and you're looking for something to do for the game tomorrow, I recommend Bulldog Pub. The guy who runs Bulldog Pub is a friend to some of my family. I don't know him super well. I've only met him once or twice, but he seems like a really cool guy. And yeah, any predictions who will be the political props? Oh wait, I think he's coming. Oh, there he is. Okay, so he made it through. Is that him? Wait. Yeah, there he is. He does not look well. I'm not even being like facetious. He genuinely does not look well. But yeah, any Riverhounds, Pittsburgh Riverhounds fans, go to Bulldogs Pub, and for the opening game tomorrow. Predictions: who will be the political props? Well, I think he's gonna, honestly, and I don't feel great saying this, but I think the UAW he's gonna use as a political prop. I think he will use he'll Israel, and of course he'll do it from the Western propaganda standpoint. And what other political props do I predict here? UAW, Israel, and those are the big ones. Those are my big predictions. And then stats. He'll do the whole bullshit like, oh, unemployment's down, even though the way we measure unemployment is completely bullshit. He'll do that. So those are my predictions. He seriously looks like they're wheeling him in, and I'm not trying to be like. He's not. Like the way he's walking, it reminds me. It honestly reminds me of my grandmother when she was greeting everybody for her 100th birthday. My grandmother, amazing woman, rest her soul, made it to 101. And she seemed more with it, like during her 100th birthday when she was greeting people. That's what Biden reminds me of right now. Except my grandma was a genuinely good person. And honestly, my grandmother seemed more with it when she was 100 than Biden does right now. But, I have mixed feelings on that, on calling it elder abuse, because I actually cordially disagree. I don't think it's elder abuse. And the reason I don't is because I think there are just enough moments where Biden is with it enough that he knows what he's doing. So I feel like saying it's elder abuse almost kind of lets him off the hook, and I'm just like, I can't let him off the hook. This is a guy whose legacy will be denying people of a transformational presidency, Like it's Biden basically denied us Bernie. We could have had Bernie Sanders, which, even though Bernie's done a lot of things that have ticked me off, done a lot of things that have ticked you off, it would have been a transformational presidency. We'd be a million times better off than we are now. And I just can't. Oh, wait, another political prop. The border. The border. He's gonna say some bullshit about the border. Marjorie Taylor Greene is wearing her. Oh wait, it says the. All right, she's wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat. Something about the border. Say her name, but I guarantee that name is not Tara Reid. I'm seeing some of the letters, and it's not. It's something else. I don't know who it is, but it's something else. But yeah. Bunch of people in this chat are saying MAGA, and there's 27,000 people watching.
Biden is posing for more selfies. He's become something of a selfie aficionado.
They're talking about all the selfies Biden's taking. Can you guys hear this?
Major ways of interacting.
Can you guys hear some of the volume?
Speeches in rallies once COVID restrictions lifted.
This is a vertical stream, so this is really, I don't have any of the bells and whistles. This is literally just the live version of streaming. This is only the second time I've done this, so it's still a new way of delivering the content. Is that Joe Manchin? No, it's not. I don't know who that is.
The 2012 Republican nominee for president.
Oh, there's Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney is there. Oh, that is Joe Manchin. He does not look well. Joe Manchin looks like maybe he doesn't want his job anymore. Which, yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if when Biden introduces Sean Fahey screens ceasefire now? Yes, it would be. It seems to be a new, apparently this is the new thing on YouTube. I found out about it yesterday. So far I've done it every day that I've known it exists. I wasn't going to do it today, but then I figured, okay, if I'm going to watch the State of the Union, I might as well let people, why should I suffer through it alone? You guys can freaking suffer through it with me. What a pitch to watch this. Suffer through this with me. Like, what the fuck's this guy's deal? If anyone doesn't know, doesn't know kind of the background about who I am or whatever, they're probably like, what the fuck? I'm like, suffer through this. Like, God, I'm not going to watch this guy's channel. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go find some cat videos. What the hell? Gabriel Shipton, is he supposed to be there? Really? Julian Assange's brother? Was he, I mean, I'd imagine he was there to protest. I doubt he was invited. Is there something to that? I'm curious. I had not heard about that he was going to be there or was supposed to be there. My hair is all over the freaking place, folks. I need a haircut. But I can't get one for a little while longer. Because a friend of mine who used to cut my hair, but then he moved away, he is coming into town in a couple weeks. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until he gets back to get a little trim. But I am due for one. Thank you for that, Jenna. Jenna said my hair looks cool. Well, going to get it trimmed in a couple weeks, but till then, it's still here. I appreciate it. What's up, Wendy? How are ya? Rock on, Ron. I wonder if Biden's fresh facial filler injections will handle the lights. Oh, man. Yeah. What's up, Desposh Flash? How are ya? Oh, nice. You guys, yeah, double dip. Watch Status Quo and watch this. Check it out. He's still, I mean, dude, just go make your freaking speech. He's still, like, moseying to the front. The chat's interesting on the, whatchamacallit, the Associated Press. There's some people are demanding Trump, some people are demanding Biden, some people are telling everyone to go vegan. It's so fucking random. This country is such a cluster of just crazy as whatever. CNN is using the 9/11 size font on its site for this speech. Is that like really big? They made the protesters stand so far from the Capitol. I'm surprised they didn't just try to disperse of the protesters.
We ran against in the 2020 Democratic primary contest. Next to Sanders is Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock.
So they're saying Bernie Sanders is there. I don't see him though. Oh wait, there he is. All right, yeah, there's Bernie. All right, he's making his way to the thing. What's up, Tony D? How are ya? People are clapping for him. Deaco, Shipton is an official guest of Representative Thomas Massey. That's awesome. That's really cool. I don't agree with Thomas Massey on a whole lot of things, but I really salute him for doing that. And I'd be curious to know if he's in there. I hope he is. That would be something. I mean, that'd be amazing if he pardoned Julian Assange. If Biden was just like, all right, I'll pardon Julian Assange. I would be willing to bet that Biden doesn't even know. I mean, he knows who Julian Assange is. But I doubt he knows much more than that. Yeah, Status Quo is the only outlet covering the protest, by the way. Historic protest almost shut down the State of the Union. Status Quo, only organization out there. Corporate media is going to pretend it's not happening. So guys, please go to statusquo.com/join. And I'm saying this on my own stream. Joe's a cop at heart. Hell yeah, he is. What if he forgives student loans? That'd be amazing.
Mr. Speaker,
I don't think he'll do that.
Madam Vice President, members of Congress, my fellow Americans.
Can you guys hear him?
January 1941, Franklin Roosevelt came to this chamber to speak to the nation. And he said...
He's comparing himself to FDR. That's nauseating.
Unprecedented in the history of the Union. Hitler was on the march. War was raging in Europe. President Roosevelt's purpose was to wake up Congress and alert the American people that this was no ordinary time. Freedom and democracy were under assault in the world. Tonight, I come to this same chamber to address the nation. Now, it's we who face an unprecedented moment in the history of the Union. And yes, my purpose tonight is to wake up the Congress and alert the American people that this is no ordinary moment either. Not since President Lincoln
he's
and the
right.
Civil
That is
War
true. It's not an ordinary moment.
has been under assault
Can you guys hear it a little
as
bit?
they are today.
If you can't hear it at all, then it's
What makes
like,
our moment rare is the freedom and democracy are under attack both at home and overseas.
yeah, let's take care of our own street, Joe Biden. How about that, though?
Putin of Russia is on the march.
Of course. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what this is all about.
If anybody in this room thinks Putin
For anyone
is
keeping
stopping
score, it took about 30
I assure
seconds
you
before
he
he's just
will
going
not.
Russia, 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 Russia.
But Ukraine,
Oh my, they're giving him a standing ovation for that. Jesus
Ukraine can
fucking
stop
Christ. God damn it.
Ukraine can stop Putin if we stand with Ukraine and provide the weapons.
Like, we're in a mess at home. He's acknowledging that it's a crazy time. More Americans are losing their housing. Half the country can't afford a $600 emergency. He's babbling about Russia, Ukraine. They're giving him a standing ovation. Audio is exquisite. Dude, I'm just on my phone. That's awesome. I'm literally, this is just my phone, and I'm watching it on my computer. My computer is just next to my phone.
By those who want to walk away from our world leadership. It wasn't long ago when a Republican president named Ronald Reagan thundered,
Oh my God, now he's praising Reagan. Jesus
"Tear down
fuck.
this wall."
Oh my God.
Now,
So in the first, minute, he babbled about the Ukraine war and how we're going to just keep going with that
former
war.
Republican president tells
And he
Putin,
babbled,
quote,
he praised
"Do
Reagan.
whatever the hell you want." That's a quote. A former president actually said that, bowing down to a Russian leader. I think it's outrageous, it's dangerous, and it's unacceptable.
What the fuck are they clapping for? Thank you for that, Chris. I appreciate that.
As a founding member of NATO, the military alliance of democratic nations.
So now he's talking about
created after
NATO.
World War II to prevent war.
Still nothing at home, folks. Still
Today,
nothing.
we've
Nothing at
become
home.
Stronger than ever.
Nothing at home.
Finland to the alliance last year.
He's talking about expanding NATO.
And just as
He's talking about how Russia's the bad guy. We got to continue the war in Ukraine.
And their ministers here
And he
tonight.
praised Ronald Reagan. For everyone keeping score, that's what he's done so far. I like what James just said. Cold War II sucks. It really does. The first one fucking sucked. We really didn't need a sequel. I'm with you, James. Healthcare, please. No kidding, Jenna. Amen to that.
Fight.
Sweden joined. Oh,
Prime
really?
Minister, welcome to NATO, the strongest military alliance the world has ever seen.
Sweden's in a weird spot right now.
I say this to Congress.
They're having some issues. I mean, Sweden is still. I mean, God, Sweden's problems pale in comparison to the U.S. But yeah.
History is literally watching. History is watching.
But they're going through some weird stuff. I mean, there's kind of a right-wing rise going on in Sweden right now.
Europe is at risk. The free world
kinda is
at risk,
everywhere.
emboldening others to do what they wish to do us harm. My message to President Putin, who I've known for a long time, is simple. We will not walk away.
Homes, not bombs. That's a really awesome protester sign.
We will not bow down. I will not bow down.
Marine, what's up? How are you? New provocation. Oh, did the protesters, did they make the move?
Just like history watched 3 years ago on January 6th. When insurrection stormed this
So this is the
Capitol,
closest he's
down
gotten to
throw
domestic
American
issues so
democracy.
far. He mentioned January
Many of
6th.
you are here on that
So
darkest of
that's
days.
so he's campaigning,
We all
folks.
saw with
He's
our
campaigning.
eyes the
He's going to
insurrectionists
continue
were not
wars, praise
patriots.
Ronald Reagan.
They
Remember
come to stop
January
the peaceful
6th.
transfer of power to overturn the will of the people. January 6th lies about the 2020 election and the plots to steal the election posed a gravest threat to U.S. democracy. since the Civil War. But they failed. America stood. America stood strong.
Hey man, if the CIA wants to watch my live stream, they can. I'm just a guy watching a State of the Union and commenting on it. They can watch if they want.
My predecessor and some of you here seek to bury the truth about January 6th. I will not do that. This is the moment to speak the truth and to bury the lies.
Who's telling him to bury the truth about January? Who's saying that? Nobody's saying that. Nobody. This is the dumbest. Well, I shouldn't say that. This is a very typical State of the Union. He has said nothing so far, and he's gotten like 4 standing ovations for nothing. Holly, exactly, Holly. Watching so you guys don't have to. ¿Cómo está, Holly? I did. You know what, Holly? I did an interview. All right, sorry. We'll jump into Biden in a second. Real quick. I did an interview earlier today with a new television network about my film Left at Wall. Which, Holly, I'll email you back. But yeah, you're gonna be at this screening on March 15th. I'm excited about that. But yeah, anyway, the interviewer was, she was a newer interviewer. In fact, it was an internship, and she was taking an Italian class. So we spoke a little bit of Italian. It was pretty neat. Guten Nacht, Anthony Berg. Buonasera a tutti. Ciao, ciao.
14 months ago, she and her husband welcomed a baby girl thanks to the miracle of IVF. She scheduled treatments to have that second child. The Alabama Supreme Court shut down IVF treatments across the state, unleashed by a Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade. She was told her dream would have to wait. What her family had got through should never have happened. Unless Congress acts, it could happen again. So tonight, let's stand up for families like hers. To my friends across the aisle, don't keep this waiting any longer. Guarantee the right to IVF. Guarantee it nationwide.
Baked ravioli, that sounds delicious. Buon appetito. That does sound good. I might be going out. I might be getting some food here too later.
Being an incredible leader, defending reproductive freedom.
Good night, Melissa. Sleep well. And hey, let me know about March 15th if you're going to be coming. Let me know. By the way, guys, the thing I keep referring to, March 15th, I'm having a virtual screening of my film over Zoom, and it's still a pretty casual type deal. So if you want to attend, just email me. Email me, and if you're a patron, it's totally free. If you're not a patron, it is a recommended donation of $5. But, you know, if you're tight, don't worry about it. Just come enjoy the movie anyway. I know times are tough, so if the $5 isn't a big deal for you, it's much appreciated. But if times are tough, don't worry about it. Just come enjoy the movie anyway. Here's the deal, though. If you don't, you have to ask a question. Dea, yeah. Email me, Dea, so I make sure you're on the list and stuff. Yeah, email me or just message me on Patreon. Either one works. But yeah, Holly, I got to respond to your email. I did get it, and I will respond to it. You are on the list. Worry not. But yeah, I will respond to that email. It's raining in the Inland Empire right now. Really? Hey Zeus, I didn't know you were in the Inland Empire. I hope you're coming on April 14th, by the way. It's the LA screen, or June 8th in Idlewild, California, if you prefer to go up to the mountains.
Electoral or political power. You're about to realize.
All right, back to this guy.
Clearly.
What's up, Despos Flesh? I wish you'd have a lodge right there right now and could take the role of Statler and Waldorf from the Muppet Show.
We would have no clue about the power of women, but they found out. when reproductive freedom was on the ballot. We won in 2022 and 2020, and we'll win again in 2024.
That was his first gaffe. He meant to say we won in 2020 and 2022, and he said 2022, and then he had to stop himself. I mean, that's not a big deal. I mean, I would do something like that. That's not a big deal, but just for anyone keeping score.
I promise you, I'll restore Roe v. Wade as the law of the land again.
So how's he going to do that without the Supreme Court? He just said, I'm going to restore Roe v. Wade. How can he make that promise? The Supreme Court, they just zoomed in on the Supreme Court, and they're just sitting there. The Supreme Court's just sitting there. By the way, let's remember the Supreme Court, most of the Supreme Court was appointed by presidents who did not win the popular vote, meaning people that most of the country didn't vote for, didn't want. The Supreme Court has all this authority. Most of America doesn't even want them. The Supreme Court is a scam. It should not exist. It is a bullshit political football. It shouldn't exist. What's up, Denise? How are you?
Loved ones, millions left behind.
Yeah, Jenna, he's calling reproductive freedom a win. Yeah. Well, you know, war is peace.
Failed the most basic presidential duty.
And the Penguins lost 6-0 tonight.
The duty to care.
God damn it.
I think that's unforgivable. I came to office.
Joe Biden is like if a 6-0 Penguins loss was a president.
We have.
Every president is also like that. Every single president in my lifetime has been a 6-0 Penguins loss, except for George W. Bush. That's more like a 10-0 Penguins loss and the captain got injured. Everything else, 6-0 Penguin loss. Barack Obama, Penguin loss, and you really thought they were going to win. Nancy, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Ron, thank you so much for your live stream play-by-play. I don't think I could have endured this ridiculous drivel of a State of the Union without your commentary. Thank you, Nancy. And it is so wonderful to see you. I appreciate that so much, and thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I like this vertical streaming thing. This is fun. I kind of like it. I don't have to like be seated at my studio with my headphones, and it's all like there's all kinds of bells and whistles. I'm just chilling on my freaking phone, and Lucy's here. She's really comfortable, but I wanna take her and put her on my lap, but I don't know. Oh, here he goes about the economy.
The envy of the world. 15 million new jobs in just 3 years.
Our economy is the envy of the world. He just said that with a straight face. Our economy is not the envy of the world. And first of all, GDP is not directly connected to quality of life. We're a very productive place, but the quality of life of people just suffers because of it. And the way he measures employment is bullshit. And that's not unique to him. That's every president. The way they measure employment is bullshit. So when they talk about unemployment, it's just bullshit. It's a non-issue. Well, I mean, it's an issue. But the way they measure employment is complete and utter bullshit. So whenever a president, whether it's Biden or Trump or anyone else, whenever a president throws out that statistic, it's just nonsense. You should just hear, rah, 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 rah. This is somebody talking out of their ass, by the way. This is Biden.
Inflation has dropped from 9% to 3%, the lowest in the world, and tending lower.
Yeah, but that's because inflation got so high. He's like, well, it dropped. Yeah, but it was high as hell, bro. It dropped now.
Products and exporting American jobs.
Oh, Johnny F. doing some after protest interviews.
American jobs. Right here in America, where they belong.
I enjoyed Lucy's insight too. I think she's saying it all by sleeping. She's a cat. She can't talk. So she is showing her thoughts by just sleeping.
Buy America has been the law of the land since the 1930s. Past administrations, including my predecessor, including some Democrats as well in the past, failed to buy America. Not anymore. On my watch, federal projects that you fund, like helping build American roads, bridges, and highways, will be made with American products and built by American workers.
Not giving any specifics there, by the way.
American jobs. And thanks to our CHIPS and Science Act, the United States is investing more in research and development than ever before. During the pandemic, a shortage of semiconductors, chips, that drove up the price of everything from cell phones to automobiles. And by the way, we invented those chips right here in America. Well, instead of having to import them, private companies are now investing billions of dollars to build new chip factories here in America, creating tens of thousands of jobs. Many of those jobs paying $100,000 a year and don't require a college degree.
So he's talking about solving the chip shortage.
In fact, my policies have attracted $650 billion in private sector investment.
You know what's weird? Let me put this in now. There is one thing that Biden does technically get credit for that happened recently, and in my humble opinion, it is by far the best thing. And when I say best, I mean one of the few, like, lights, in a sea of darkness. It is by far, I think, the best thing that can be attributed to Joe Biden. I wonder if he'll bring it up. And first, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Does anyone want to guess what I'm referring to? There is one thing that, yes, does get credit to Joe Biden. That is a very, very good thing. And I wonder if he's going to mention it. It's like one of those things, if someone put a gun to my head and they were like, say something good about the Biden administration, this would be the first thing I would say. What do you think it is?
Providing affordable high-speed internet for
and
every
you got,
American, no matter where you live, urban, suburban, or rural communities.
Oh, this is rich. This is rich.
Record investments in tribal communities.
He's talking about affordable connectivity. That's what he's talking about right now. There's a big dumb animal. You got it. They're talking. He's talking about connectivity. They're about to end the affordable connectivity program. That's going to end in April if nothing happens. And he's taking credit for it right now. It's set to end. He said nothing about stopping it from ending. But by the way, some of you guys had some good guesses. But big dumb animal. You got it right, Albertson Kroger. So the FTC is actually doing some pretty good things. And Lina Khan at the FTC, in the FTC in general, sued to stop the Kroger-Albertsons merger. And that is credit to Joe Biden. Joe Biden appointed her. So, I mean, really, the credit goes to the FTC and the fact that the organization is being a good organization. But, Joe Biden did appoint. So, kudos. I give credit where it's due. I wonder if he'll bring that up. You know what I mean? Like I wonder if he'll bring it up.
The folks of Belvedere, I say, instead of your town being left behind, your community is moving forward again. Because instead of watching auto jobs in the future go overseas, 4,000 union jobs.
So now he's using UAW.
Are building the future in Belvedere right here in America.
Mitch McConnell looks so pissed off. That is kind of funny.
President Sean Fain, a great friend and a great labor leader. Sean, where are you?
All right, so he's all right. He's addressing Sean Fain.
Dawn Sims, a third-generation worker, UAW worker at Belvedere. Sean, I was proud to be the first president to stand on the picket line, and today, Dawn has a good job in her hometown, providing stability for her family and pride and dignity as well. Showing once again, Wall Street didn't build America. They're not bad guys. They didn't build it, though. The middle class built the country, and unions built the middle class.
Did he mention East Palestine and Flint yet? No, shockingly not.
I say to the American people, when America gets knocked down, we get back up. We keep going. That's America. That's you, the American people.
It's hard watching him take
Because of
credit
you,
for
America's
what the
coming back. It's
UAW
because
did.
of you, our future is bright. It's because of you.
I mean, I'm glad
And
he's
tonight,
giving them
we can proudly
props
say
because it is the president
state
giving them
union is
props.
strong
So
and getting
I'm glad for
stronger.
that. But it's like to make it out like he had their back. Come on. I mean, we all know that's not accurate. But I'm glad it's getting mentioned on such a big platform. I'm glad for that.
Tonight,
I get knocked down, but I get up again, and you're never gonna get me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again, and you're never gonna keep me
a
down.
future where the days of trickle-down economics are over.
By the way, if you've ever, Chumbawamba is a huge, very politically outspoken band. They're all anarchists. And watch the live performance of that song where they call out New Labor for screwing over a Docker strike. They do it live on TV, and they switch the lyrics, and they say New Labor screwed over the Dockers. She did a couple great interviews. Oh, cool! I'm glad Jen's making the rounds. Yeah, that was cool talking to her. Well, y'all, unfortunately, I have to cut this short because I need to get on to my next, the next component of my evening. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, but I hope I made the State of the Union a little more enjoyable for you. And I will mention before we get out of here, so I have some screenings of my movie coming up. First of all, I have a virtual screening on March 15th. If you want to attend that, just email me, and that's all. Just email me. That's it, you know. $5 suggested donation if you're not a patron. It's on Zoom. It's a good time. There'll be a short stand-up show, a screening of the film, and a Q&A after. That's on March 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And if you email me and I haven't gotten back to you yet, I will. Don't worry. I know I still got some emails to respond to, but you're on the list. It'll be great. March 18th, my movie screening in Washington, D.C. That's a free screening. Check it out. I won't actually be there. A film group is sponsoring it, but check it out if you're in D.C. March 22nd, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'll be there. That's a show, screening, and Q&A after. Can't wait to see you, Pittsburgh. April 14th, big blowout screening, show, and Q&A with a bunch of the cast in Los Angeles, California. And June 8th, Idlewild, California. We're going up to the mountains, show, screening, and Q&A. So Idlewild, Los Angeles, Pittsburgh, get your tickets now. DC, check out the screening. If none of those towns are you, but you want to see the movie soon, March 15th, 8 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. Email me, ronplacone.com. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Nancy, thank you so much for the Super Chat contribution. I appreciate that very much. I hope I made the State of the Union a little more entertaining for y'all. I was hoping the protesters were going to shout it down completely. Ceasefire now, peace, love, and a general strike.